Well, we should do audio test. So, Matt, go inside the room and leave the door open and scream. Ah! That's pretty good. Ah! Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I should have just kept yelling. Ready?
Yeah. This is going to be a great intro, actually. What are we doing right now?
Well, we're gonna go fix a door.
Why?
Right? Are we doing door fixing now?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna go fix a door because for some reason, over the years, I think we had a lot of humidity buildup and little water splashing around, so the door doesn't open all the way into the room.
Well, I'm gonna go put some shoes on because I don't want to end up on one of those weird foot fetish sites, like Wookie Feet. Why do I know them? I don't know. Shut up.
That's the question that we all have here.
I saw it on the video the other day.
I'm sure you did.
Trying to get me all weird on the internet.
I'm sorry, sir, but you're the one who brought up foot fetishes.
Whatever. Let's go get some tools from the back. Follow me. Do you know if we have more of these sanding pads?
I didn't even know we own that.
Oh, well, the back's good, so here we are. So, sawhorses, sanding disc, drills in the shop. This will be done in about 5 minutes. We need card.
That's a modern gravity 5 minutes, meaning
anywhere from
this might be a 3-hour video.
5 minutes to 5 hours. So,
We have these 200-pound plus doors.
I think they're actually 250 pounds.
Yeah.
They're thick. Got an extra layer MDF. Right here on the back that Matt and his dad installed. Let's turn this up a bit. That's Matt. His dad looks like him too. But down here, oh, it looks like you're going on Wiki Feet.
No.
Right here, you can see water damage, and the water damage obviously kind of cut out the clearance, so when you try and slide the door, it grinds against our nice floor, leaving some scuffs, which you don't want to wear the floor out. So you just got to sand this down and clean it up. That's today's project. We're going to take the hinges off from the frame side of the door because we're taking off the wood side, and screw strip. Then we're gonna be in a bad situation.
We're not gonna have a room. We're gonna be down a
We're
room.
gonna be down a room, and that's never fun.
We're gonna go back to like when we first opened, where we literally didn't have door handles, and are reusing that as shims.
We're using the cardboard as shims, yeah. So we'll slide some underneath, just so the weight doesn't drop down on us, and then wiggle the door out, tip it down, just set up
I think what we used last time for.
Use sticks, use wood. We don't have that, but paint sticks basically.
We don't have any of those, so I'm thinking this might compress too much.
This cardboard's gonna be fun. I know what I'm doing.
I think we're gonna have to use like a Robertson for that.
Yeah, we have to use a square. Come get in here close, Matt. Show the world what's going on.
Whatever tools we have remaining. Oh, look at that. Lipo.
Oh, yeah. So, before I get too far ahead of myself, if that's the right phrase, let's see if we can slide some cardboard under the door first. Make up the actual gap.
Just want to be careful of that seal underneath.
Well, we're going to take the seal off actually first before we take the door off.
We added the extra weight just to add a bit more mass for all the soundproofing portions of stuff, because the door is always going to be your biggest weak point, and generally it's the weak point around the door itself. So that's why we have these little pieces here, which when it closes, it seals against the ground, or more appropriately, it seals against here. And then we have these guys all around the door. It's kind of like hardcore weather stripping, so that when you do actually close the door itself, close out at all, it actually cuts out the majority of the noise, versus if we didn't have this stuff all the way around the door, it would almost sound like there was no door at all.
Doors. Things you learn.
I'm trying to get the side profile of it. Definitely not sponsored by Ryobi. Please make a joke.
Ah, Jesus. 4 screws, comes right off. Shazam. Just like that. So, what we'll do now is we'll get these softwares set up. BTS.
Matt and JP fix float centers.
Hey, isn't BTS like a Korean boy band?
I feel you would know the answer to this, and not me. I don't know, maybe. Could it be?
I think it's a K-pop group.
See, these are these moments in time where JP knows the answer, which is there's probably a boy band.
I don't know the answer, that's why I'm asking the question.
So funny story about these doors. My dad and I had to make all 6 of these doors twice.
We bought all these doors from a friend of ours, and we got them all set up. I brought them to my dad's shop.
On a couple of them, you can see a little bit where the screws bubble up. But I think there's like 68 screws that go all the way around the edge. And then we had to sand them down and router it all around and make it look nice and flush. And then we go to install the doors and realize that they're not the same, they're not the appropriate size. We've had to install multiple doors, drag them in, like add more weight to them, put them in a truck, bring them here, get them set out, paint them, get them ready to go, just to realize they didn't actually fit.
I'm starting to have some kind of like triggering trauma coming back from when we had to take this off, and I'll feel the weight of the door and go, ugh.
Matt's just lazy now. He doesn't want to lift the 250 pounds. Those muscles are getting a little bit soft.
They're so soft, or non-existent is probably the more
Appropriate word. Look at that torque.
Tiny screws. Yeah.
Milwaukee would never do that.
Actually, it wouldn't. Oh!
Should we maybe just try to loosen these with...
By hand? Those are in there tight, man.
That's on drill.
Actually, it's only on 2. So I should have put it on 1 because 1 is more torquey.
Put all that weight in there.
What?
Oh, no wonder. Yeah, we definitely should have been using
Like the Phillips, like, because these need like the wide head Phillips.
Yeah, no, I know, like the thick kind of one. We don't have
We
that.
probably
screwdriver.
wouldn't have stripped this.
That was already pretty stripped. Worst case scenario, we just drill them out.
What?
So worst case scenario, we just drill them out.
I'd rather.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
Oh yeah. So now all the screws are off. Just show you.
What?
Not you, man. I'm talking to the camera. I'm talking to the people.
Never, bro.
All the screws are off. The only thing holding the door on right now is gravity and probably a little bit of paint. So now me and Matt are gonna use our muscle strength to, mostly Matt, because he's on the inside. Yeah, if you wanna, or should we?
We need to get those hinges popped out.
Yeah. The top is kind of stuck. You let the bottom down. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. We got 2 different ones.
Good.
Slide this one cardboard in the room. So it's back this way.
Once you know how to do this with handles, but yeah, we're gonna spin it and we'll drop it back and then we'll lift it up and angle it.
So it's this way.
And we should probably take off.
Oh yeah, the robe. Can you? Oh, nice. It's a good thing I have towel racks. Get somebody up.
Yeah, those are f***ing heavy.
Come check this out. You know why it's jammed up? Hello. Hello, whatever got underneath there. If you want to slide that sawhorse, I'll just lift this side up. I'll slide that sawhorse really back.
Yeah.
Funny thing about these doors is that there's literally so much weight that when we had them stacked, they were actually bowed down. And then they weren't flat, and we had to actually flip them over and let them sit for like a day or two.
I forgot about
Flatten back out because they're so heavy in the middle. They'll sag if you don't have them. If you don't
I
have
forgot
enough.
about that because there's literally so much weight to it.
Yeah, you have to like even like put them on a flat surface, like right on the floor, right?
Yeah. Do we have a garbage bin that'll fit underneath here?
We should.
Oh,
Check this out.
look at that clearance.
That's what dreams are made of.
Look at the clearance.
It's like this garbage can was designed to go underneath this door to shave off the edge so that we can put it back on.
Look at my leg.
Oh, you're like me now. Just for comparative purposes, JP is so tall, this is actually a normal sized broom.
Sander.
Yeah, probably blast both edges, right?
Might as well, yeah.
Like not too much, but yeah, right about there.
The secret is to let the tool do the work. So I'm sorting now. We're gonna keep putting these things back in and I guess catch up after. Before we get them all, we should swing the door a few times to see.
Did that sound like you just said that to me before we recorded and thought it was important to
I
record
forgot
it?
to record it, whatever. Tall enough for there, bro?
No, I think you're gonna have to.
Need some help? Need some assistance? No problem. I'll do the top one because apparently they're so tall.
Because you're 17 feet tall.
This is pretty easy for me, actually.
Yeah, I know.
I'm actually having no problems with this. So. Moment of truth.
Oh!
Hot diggity damn!
Look at this.
Look at that.
Watch this.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Does it close all the way? Hit the towel rack?
Oh.
Oh! I'm happy.
We
with
call
this.
that a racker.
No, we don't. I've never used that term in my
Oh
life.
man, that's like, you got that down to like a thou.
Well, we're putting back the soundproofing pieces, which is essentially just the bottom portion of the door that when the door closes, I'm not sure if I'll have the strength to show you this.
Probably
Basically, when you close the door, this pushes up and then pushes against the floor so that you get a good seal.
It's like a drop seal.
Essentially, yeah, because like some people at home have like really like thick doors, or they're trying to reduce some like noise from their kids or dogs or whatever other creatures they have kicking around,
Gremlins.
kicking around their house. And the big reason for that is you can have the thickest door and heaviest door ever, but if you still have space underneath the door, sound can still travel around. So this just helps keep them airtight, so that you can actually depend on the mass of your door without leakage happening.
So what you're saying is it don't matter how thick your door be, if the air coming through, the sound coming through too.
I think you should definitely put a translation underneath.
That's what I have to.
As it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
So, what did we learn today?
Nothing really.
No, water damage sucks.
Yeah, water damage sucks. Didn't need to teach me that.
All right. So we'll see you guys in the next one whenever we have to fix some other stuff that broke around here.
Yeah.
This has been behind the scenes.
Yeah. Been behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes with JP and Matt from Auto Gravity, aka me and him. Peace.